This week we're comparing these two bad boys. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Fordy Runs. Now if this is your first time at Fordy Runs, I want you to smash that pink button down there that says subscribe on it. Go to our Facebook page and join the Fordy Runs running community, and check out the description. There are loads of cool things down there. So like I said in the opening, this week we're comparing these two, so let's get stuck in. Right guys, so this week we've got the Brooks Hyperion Tempo versus the New Balance TC, or Fuelcell TC even. If you've not seen the review, I've done a mini review of the Tempo already that came out hopefully at the start of the week. I can't remember where we are. But yeah, check that out. I absolutely love this shoe. And a couple of weeks ago we had the New Balance Fuelcell TC on the channel as well. And I've done a review of both. But I thought it would be good to compare the two. Why? Well, firstly, you probably think I'm mad because this has got a carbon plate in it and this doesn't. But from a price point, they're very similar. I think they are kind of in the same realm. They are racing shoes to a degree, but they're not out and out elite racing shoes. So this is not like a Hyperion Elite. This is not like the super lightweight Fuelcell that's going to come out. So they're kind of the similar sort of thing. It's something that us mere mortals would wear probably for our race days. And I think that's where they kind of compare, and that's why I wanted to do a comparison of the two. So firstly, like as I said, this is a carbon plated shoe. This does not have a carbon plate in it. What this has is the DNA Flash midsole, which is nitrogen infused midsole, which is super explosive and responsive and lightweight. I think that's the biggest thing that I noticed straight away from putting on these two shoes, is how much heavier this shoe is. This shoe's coming in at about 10 ounces. This shoe's coming in at under 8 ounces. So straight away you've got a huge difference. The uppers, I would say, are similar. This is probably a little bit more breathable, but this is not taken away from this. This is a very good upper on this shoe as well. The lacing on here I prefer to this. And I still am struggling to lock this down properly, where this is just great. This, slip it on, tie it up and off you go. I prefer the heel area around in the New Balance. It's just, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with this, but this I prefer. I don't know why. The outsoles I was just about to tell you about the actual feel of the shoes, but I think firstly we talk about the outsoles, because the outsole, I think on this Brooks is just amazing. That's one of the big things for me. Now it might not be for you because you might do a lot of work on your roads. So I was trying to tongue twister there. But if you do a lot of work on the roads, then you know the New Balance outsole is probably just going to be fine. But for me, running down the canal pass, tow pass, mixed terrain, I'm not doing like trails or anything like this in these shoes. But for me, the Brooks just offers that little bit more with the extra grip compared to the New Balance. But this is where it gets really interesting for me. With this shoe, the midsole, the Fuelcell midsole, is really, really springy, and it's almost, I would almost describe it as soft in places. And what I have found, and again, I've got a really bad running style, right? If you watch any of my videos, I'm a heel striker, I collapse a little bit. So I'm not an elite runner. We review all these shoes from my perspective, being a normal runner with like probably not a brilliant running style, right? But what I have noticed with this shoe is that I'm collapsing a little bit on the inside because it's so springy and so soft. Unless I'm really gunning it at full pace, I can't, which, you know, again, this shoe is meant to be to go faster, but I'm talking out and out speed, then I do notice that I'm a little bit unstable. Where with this shoe, where it's a little bit firmer, I'm not finding that at all. So for me, out of the two, this is the favourite out of the two. Now that's not taking anything away, because this is a great shoe. It is very good, and it feels like when you're really gunning it with the carbon plate, and because of the Fuelcell midsole, it does feel like someone's pushing you along. It does feel great. This feels much better than like a Nike Zoom Fly, for example. This feels a lot better than that. But it is, for me, it's a little bit too soft, and that's the problem for me. So out of the two, I personally would go for the Brooks, but I would recommend that you try both of them. I think they're both very, very good shoes. They're sort of similar price points. This is a lot lighter. This has got a carbon plate in it, so they're offering a little bit for both. But for me personally, I'm going to go for the Brooks.